The reason your belly fat won't budge isn't your diet. It's hiding in your gut, silently sabotaging you from the inside. Imagine your digestive system like a finely tuned engine, except right now it's clogged with invisible sludge, friction grinding your metabolism to a crawl. Every bite you think is healthy might actually be feeding the problem, letting microscopic weeds choke your gut lining and scrape your intestines raw like sandpaper. This isn't about skipping workouts or counting calories. Those are the distractions your body wants you to focus on while the real sabotage happens quietly inside. Every morning, you choose the wrong breakfast, or worse, skip it entirely. You're fueling this hidden damage. Even foods marketed as gut friendly can make it worse if they're missing the key factor your microbiome desperately needs. Scientists are now discovering that this invisible imbalance at the cellular level can drive stubborn belly fat, bloating, low energy, and even cravings that feel impossible to resist. But what if there were one simple, traditional Japanese breakfast food, something millions of people have eaten for centuries, that could reset this internal sabotage and start repairing your gut from day one? In just 14 days, it could turn your gut from a battleground into a fat burning, energy boosting powerhouse. Over 70% of adults over 30 have gut microbiomes that are starving the very bacteria that keep us healthy. Picture this: millions of microscopic soldiers, trained and ready, lying dormant while the enemy marches through your digestive system unchecked. Every day, this imbalance sends hidden signals that tell your body to store fat instead of burn it, inflames your metabolism like a slow burning fire, and traps water and toxins that make your belly feel swollen and heavy. Even right now, this silent invasion could be sabotaging your energy, your cravings, and your ability to shed those stubborn pounds. You might be eating clean, hitting the gym, and still seeing little progress because your gut isn't just out of balance. It's actively working against you. Here's what no one is telling you about why fat won't budge, even if you eat right and exercise. Hi, I'm Dr. Gunter. I've spent over 15 years in clinical practice, working with hundreds of patients who struggle with stubborn belly fat, constant bloating, and a metabolism that seems to slow down by the day. I've seen it all: countless diets, extreme workouts, even the latest supplements, and yet so many of these people kept hitting the same invisible wall. What I noticed, something most doctors completely overlook, is a hidden pattern: the link between gut microbiome imbalance and fat storage. It doesn't matter how clean someone eats or how much they exercise. When the beneficial bacteria in your gut are starving or outnumbered, your body literally flips into fat storing mode. It's subtle, but it can completely sabotage even the healthiest lifestyle. Here's the good news: the solution is not complicated, dangerous, or expensive. In fact, it's surprisingly simple, safe, and natural. It's like flipping a switch inside your body. Suddenly, your gut starts helping you burn fat instead of storing it. The bloating disappears, your energy ramps up, and those cravings that felt uncontrollable begin to fade. Over the years, I've tested this approach in my clinic, and the results have been remarkable. Patients who once felt stuck finally saw their bodies respond, sometimes in as little as 2 weeks. And the best part is that it doesn't require hours at the gym, cutting calories to starvation levels, or buying complicated powders and pills. It's something you can incorporate into your morning routine, a step that takes minutes but sets your body up to function the way it was designed to. If you've ever felt frustrated by fat that won't budge, despite all your effort, I want you to know that there's hope. The key isn't just eat less or move more. It's repairing the gut from the inside out. And while most people are focused on the wrong things, you're about to discover a little known traditional Japanese breakfast food that can reset your gut microbiome, help your body release stored fat, and even improve digestion in ways you didn't think possible. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly what's been holding your belly fat hostage, even if you've been eating healthy and exercising consistently. We're going to uncover the hidden gut mechanism that flips your body into fat storing mode and why so many people are unknowingly starving the beneficial bacteria that actually help burn fat and regulate metabolism. You'll learn the precise role these microscopic allies play in controlling cravings, bloating, and stubborn belly fat, and how a tiny shift in your morning routine can completely reset the balance in just 14 days. I'll walk you through a simple breakfast protocol, showing you the exact food that restores microbiome balance, and share timing tricks and preparation secrets most people completely overlook. We'll also reveal the common mistakes that silently sabotage progress, things that even the most disciplined health enthusiasts are doing every day without realizing it. Imagine your gut as a garden, and we'll show you exactly how to plant the right seeds every morning so that your metabolism begins working with you instead of against you. By the time this video is over, you'll know why your belly fat isn't your fault, why calories and exercise alone often fail, and how to naturally shift your body into fat-burning mode by working with your microbiome. These aren't just theories. They're practical steps you can start implementing immediately, backed by science and centuries of traditional dietary wisdom. Think of your gut as a bustling city, alive with activity every second of the day. Streets are lined with healthy neighborhoods. Workers are busy maintaining energy flow, and traffic moves smoothly as nutrients are absorbed and waste is removed. The beneficial bacteria are the city's caretakers, engineers, sanitation workers, and traffic controllers, all working together to keep everything running efficiently. But when these helpful bacteria decline, it's like the city falling into chaos. Weeds start growing unchecked in once productive neighborhoods, representing harmful bacteria multiplying. Roads crumble, slowing nutrient absorption and leaving your metabolism stuck in traffic. Garbage piles up in alleyways, triggering inflammation that spreads like smoke through the city, making every system harder to operate. Energy distribution falters, signals get scrambled, and your body starts storing fat instead of burning it, thinking it's protecting itself from this invisible crisis. Bloating, insulin resistance, and stubborn belly fat are the visible signs of this internal breakdown. Now imagine a traditional Japanese breakfast food, natto, entering this city. Natto is packed with living bacteria and nutrients that act like master gardeners, repairing roads, clearing garbage, and pruning weeds. It produces butyrate, a powerful molecule that reduces inflammation, strengthens the gut lining, and restores balance to the ecosystem. Suddenly, traffic flows smoothly again. Your metabolic signals become clear, and your body receives the message. No need to hoard fat anymore. Within days, the city starts to thrive. Energy increases, bloating decreases, and the microbiome becomes a coordinated workforce that actively supports fat burning instead of sabotaging it. What seemed like a stubborn, immovable belly now responds to natural signals, proving that your body isn't broken. It was just missing the right support to restore balance and function. The first mechanism starts with butyrate production. Butyrate is a short-chain fatty acid created by the beneficial bacteria in your gut, and it acts like a master regulator for your metabolism. Think of it as a traffic controller in our gut city analogy, directing signals so nutrients are absorbed efficiently and fat storage is minimized. When butyrate levels rise, your cells become more sensitive to insulin, meaning your body can use sugar for energy instead of storing it as fat. At the same time, it calms low-grade inflammation that tells your body to hold on to belly fat. Without enough butyrate, your metabolism slows and fat-storing signals dominate, even if you're eating perfectly. Natto helps produce this vital molecule naturally, flipping the switch from fat storage to fat burning. The second mechanism involves fermentation enzymes. These enzymes break down complex foods in your gut, acting like city maintenance crews repairing roads and clearing blockages. Without them, digestion slows, nutrients aren't absorbed properly, and the gut lining becomes leaky. This allows LPS, harmful bacterial fragments, to escape into the bloodstream, triggering metabolic inflammation and bloating. When you introduce natto, these enzymes flourish, improving digestion, sealing the gut barrier, and preventing the invisible triggers that force your body to store fat as a protective measure. Your energy levels stabilize and bloating begins to fade as your gut operates efficiently again. The third mechanism is a broader microbiome shift. Imagine your gut as a forest ecosystem. Beneficial bacteria are the trees, supporting wildlife and keeping the soil fertile. When harmful bacteria take over, it's like invasive weeds choking the forest, causing chaos and imbalance. Natto encourages the growth of beneficial bacteria, crowding out the harmful ones and restoring balance. This reduces metabolic endotoxemia, the low-level inflammation caused by bacterial toxins, and sends clear signals to your body that it no longer needs to hoard fat. Over time, this shift not only improves digestion and metabolism, but also trains your body to naturally burn stored fat, turning your gut into a powerful ally in fat loss and energy regulation. Combined, these three mechanisms create a feedback loop where your gut supports weight management rather than working against you. Butyrate regulates fat storage, fermentation enzymes protect your gut barrier, and a balanced microbiome signals your body to burn fat naturally. The result is a gut ecosystem that actively helps you shed stubborn belly fat, increase energy, and restore metabolic harmony. Science is backing what traditional Japanese diets have known for centuries. Researchers at Kyoto University found that natto consumption significantly increases the population of beneficial bacteria in the gut, which directly improves digestion and strengthens the gut lining. Another study from Tohoku University showed that fermented soy products like natto boost butyrate production, helping cells respond better to insulin and reducing signals that tell your body to store fat. Harvard researchers have linked regular intake of fermented soy to lower markers of systemic inflammation, the kind that quietly drives belly fat and bloating. In one clinical trial, participants who added just one small serving of natto a day experienced measurable improvements in insulin sensitivity within 2 weeks. Their gut microbiome shifted toward a healthier balance, and inflammatory markers dropped significantly even without changing other aspects of their diet. A study published in the Journal of Functional Foods also found that fermented soy can reduce the gut permeability that lets harmful bacterial fragments leak into the bloodstream, a key trigger for metabolic inflammation. In plain terms, this means your gut becomes more resistant to stress, your digestion improves, and your body stops hoarding fat unnecessarily. Even modest daily doses have a profound effect. Just a single serving of natto, roughly the size of a small fist, can shift your gut bacteria, calm inflammation, and signal your metabolism to operate more efficiently. When combined with a simple, consistent breakfast routine, these effects compound, helping stubborn belly fat finally start to melt away. The science is clear. You don't need extreme diets, complicated supplements, or hours in the gym to see results. The right bacteria, supported by a traditional fermented food like natto, can reset your gut, improve energy, and put your body back into fat-burning mode. What was once considered folklore is now proven in labs around the world, giving you a natural, safe, and effective tool to take control of your gut and your metabolism. Here's the part that will change everything: the 14-day Japanese breakfast protocol using natto. This is not complicated, but the details matter because the way you prepare and eat it directly affects how much benefit your gut and metabolism receive. Start with the food itself. You'll need a small serving of natto, about 40 to 50 grams, roughly one standard pack you find in stores. This amount is enough to deliver the live bacteria, enzymes, and nutrients that shift your gut microbiome toward a fat-burning, inflammation-calming state. Too little, and the effect is minimal. Too much doesn't give additional benefits. It just increases taste fatigue. Timing is key. Eat your natto first thing in the morning, ideally before coffee, tea, or other breakfast staples. Why? Because caffeine and hot liquids can slightly reduce the activity of the delicate fermentation enzymes. Starting your day with natto gives your gut the cleanest environment to absorb these beneficial bacteria, produce butyrate, and send the right metabolic signals. Preparation is surprisingly important. Before eating, stir natto vigorously, about 50 to 60 seconds until it becomes sticky and frothy. This activates enzymes and maximizes the availability of nutrients. Pair it with small accompaniments like a spoonful of miso soup, finely chopped green onions, or a little steamed rice. These additions don't just improve taste, they create the perfect environment for the bacteria to thrive. Avoid microwaving or overheating, as extreme heat can kill the live cultures and reduce the effect. Skipping proper stirring or pairing reduces the efficiency of this protocol, which is why many people try natto and don't see results. Consistency is everything. Commit to this breakfast every day for 14 consecutive days. Think of it as planting seeds in your gut garden. The more regularly you water and tend the soil, the faster it flourishes. The first few days, you may notice subtle changes: less bloating, smoother digestion, and slightly higher energy. By the end of 2 weeks, your microbiome starts to rebalance, inflammation drops, and your body naturally begins burning stubborn belly fat. Flexibility matters too. If the texture or taste of plain natto is challenging, try mixing it into warm rice, folding it into scrambled eggs, or topping it with a drizzle of soy sauce and sesame seeds. The goal is to maintain daily intake, because even a single missed serving can slow the progress. Think of it as a small daily investment in your gut ecosystem that pays off with more energy, a flatter belly, and a metabolism that finally works with you instead of against you. In short, a simple 40-50 gram serving of properly stirred, properly timed natto every morning for 14 days is enough to reset your gut microbiome, reduce fat storing inflammation, improve digestion, and kickstart natural fat burning. It's easy, safe, and supported by both science and centuries of traditional Japanese practice. Here's what I tell my patients when they start the 14-day natto protocol. Small tweaks can make a huge difference in how quickly and effectively your gut responds. First, timing is everything. Eat your natto first thing in the morning, before coffee or heavy breakfast foods. This gives your gut a clean slate and allows the beneficial bacteria to colonize without interference, maximizing enzyme activity and butyrate production. Pairing foods is another key factor. I often recommend adding a small serving of fiber, like a handful of chopped vegetables, seaweed, or a side of miso soup. Fiber acts as fuel for the good bacteria, creating synergy that accelerates fat-burning signals and keeps your microbiome balanced. Even small amounts, combined with the daily natto, amplify results far more than either alone. Variation is also important to maintain consistency. Some people struggle with the texture or taste if they eat plain natto every day. Rotate your accompaniments: green onions, sesame seeds, a little steamed rice, or a soft-boiled egg, to keep the routine enjoyable without compromising effectiveness. Think of it like rotating crops in a garden. It keeps the ecosystem healthy and prevents stagnation. Finally, simple environmental and habit tweaks can enhance gut repair. Avoid immediately reaching for sugary drinks or processed foods after breakfast, because spikes in sugar can disrupt microbiome balance. Gentle morning movement, like a short walk or stretching, supports circulation and digestion, helping your body absorb nutrients efficiently. And keep hydration steady. Water helps flush toxins and supports the beneficial bacteria as they grow. When my patients follow these tips consistently, they notice faster reductions in bloating, improved digestion, and even subtle decreases in belly fat within the first week. These small, practical adjustments don't require extreme effort. They simply make your gut environment as friendly as possible for the bacteria that help you burn fat naturally. Even with the best intentions, people often sabotage their results without realizing it. The first mistake is skipping natto in the morning. Missing a serving means your gut doesn't receive the live bacteria and enzymes it needs to reset. The fix is simple: make it a non-negotiable part of your morning routine, even if it's just a small pack. Second, overcooking or stirring improperly can drastically reduce effectiveness. Heat kills the live cultures, and insufficient stirring leaves enzymes inactive. To avoid this, stir natto vigorously for 50 to 60 seconds until it's sticky and frothy, and only pair it with warm, not hot, foods. Ignoring fiber and hydration is another common error. fiber fuels beneficial bacteria, and water supports digestion and toxin elimination. Without them, your microbiome can't flourish and fat burning signals weaken. Pair natto with fiber rich vegetables or seaweed and drink a glass of water each morning to keep the ecosystem thriving. Relying solely on exercise and diet without supporting the microbiome is also a trap. You can count calories and run miles, but if your gut is out of balance, your body may continue storing fat and feeling sluggish. The fix is to combine healthy lifestyle habits with consistent natto intake, ensuring your metabolism has the support it needs to function optimally. Finally, inconsistency over time slows progress. Skipping days or changing routines too often disrupts the delicate microbiome balance. Treat the 14-day protocol like planting seeds. Daily care is required for the ecosystem to flourish. A small effort each day compounds into measurable results. By avoiding these common mistakes and following simple fixes, you set the stage for your gut to recover, reduce inflammation, and naturally shift your body into fat-burning mode. Here's what you can realistically expect when following the 14-day Japanese breakfast protocol and continuing supportive habits over the following weeks. In the first 1 to 2 weeks, most changes are internal. Your gut microbiome begins to rebalance, inflammation starts to drop, and you may notice subtle boosts in energy and mental clarity. These are small signals, but they indicate your body is starting to respond. Between weeks 3 and 6, changes become more visible. Bloating begins to decrease, digestion feels smoother, and you may notice that your stomach looks slightly flatter. Some early belly fat loss often appears, especially around the midsection, because your body is finally receiving the signals to stop storing excess fat. Cravings may also start to diminish as your gut bacteria shift toward a healthier balance. By the 2nd to 3rd month, deeper metabolic repair is underway. Insulin sensitivity improves, fat-burning signals strengthen, and steady, sustainable fat loss becomes noticeable. Your energy levels become more consistent throughout the day, and digestion is significantly improved. The combination of a balanced microbiome, supportive nutrition, and consistent habits allows your metabolism to function as it was designed to. It's important to acknowledge potential obstacles. Antibiotics can temporarily disrupt gut balance, poor sleep can increase stress hormones that promote fat storage, and processed foods can feed harmful bacteria, slowing progress. When these challenges arise, returning to the core routine, daily natto, fiber, hydration, and mindful eating helps reset your gut and maintain momentum. By understanding this timeline, you can set realistic expectations, celebrate early internal wins, and stay motivated for lasting results. The key is consistency and patience. The shifts in your microbiome and metabolism compound over time, turning stubborn fat into energy and helping you feel healthier from the inside out. If you've been frustrated by stubborn belly fat or low energy, I want you to know something important. The damage is not permanent. Your gut and metabolism are incredibly resilient, and they can repair themselves when given the right support. It's not about punishing yourself with extreme diets or exhausting workouts. It's about consistent, small actions that send the right signals to your body every day. Think of it like tending a garden. You don't need to overhaul the entire landscape at once. Plant the seeds, water them, and give them sunlight consistently. Over time, the garden flourishes. The same principle applies to your gut and metabolism. Each morning, you commit to a simple, properly prepared serving of natto, paired with fiber and hydration. You're nurturing your microbiome and encouraging your body to function as it was designed. Small daily habits compound in powerful ways. Your body knows how to heal if you give it the right signals. Even modest improvements, less bloating, more energy, gradual fat loss, are signs that your internal systems are responding and recalibrating. Celebrate these wins and remember that real, lasting transformation comes from steady, intentional care rather than sudden, extreme measures. By following this approach consistently, you're giving your gut the chance to restore balance, your metabolism the opportunity to run efficiently, and your body the ability to burn fat naturally. This isn't just theory, it's a path you can take starting today, one small, empowering step at a time. Let's quickly recap what we've covered so you can lock the key ideas in your mind. The root problem isn't your willpower or exercise. It's a hidden gut imbalance that sends fat-storing signals, slows metabolism, and causes bloating. Your microbiome controls whether your body burns fat or holds onto it, and when beneficial bacteria are outnumbered, your body defaults to storage mode. We also explored the 3 biological mechanisms that make the solution work. Butyrate production improves insulin sensitivity and reduces fat-storing inflammation. Fermentation enzymes support digestion, strengthen the gut lining, and prevent harmful bacterial fragments from triggering inflammation. And a microbiome shift balances bacteria, reduces metabolic endotoxemia, and signals your body to burn fat naturally. The practical solution is simple but powerful. A 14-day Japanese breakfast protocol using a small, properly prepared serving of natto each morning. Stir it well, pair it with fiber and hydration, and enjoy small variations to keep it sustainable. Consistency is critical. This is what allows your gut ecosystem to flourish and your metabolism to recalibrate. Along the way, we covered practical tips and common mistakes. Timing matters, fiber fuels beneficial bacteria, hydration supports digestion, and skipping servings or overcooking natto can reduce its effectiveness. Exercise and diet alone won't solve the problem without microbiome support. So focus on creating the right internal environment for your body to heal. By understanding the problem, embracing the 3 mechanisms, following the 14-day protocol, and avoiding these mistakes, you're giving your gut the chance to restore balance, your metabolism the chance to run efficiently, and your body the opportunity to burn fat naturally. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss these gut-boosting, fat-burning strategies. Share this video with friends or family who've been struggling with stubborn belly fat or low energy. It might be the breakthrough they've been looking for. And don't stop here. In the next video, we'll uncover the hidden drink most adults consume every day that quietly sabotages your gut, slows your metabolism, and keeps fat stubbornly stored. I'll show you the simple tweak that can neutralize its harmful effects without giving up your morning ritual entirely. By taking small, consistent steps like the 14-day natto breakfast, you've already started sending the right signals to your body. Keep that momentum going, and the next video will give you another practical tool to protect your gut, enhance digestion, and accelerate fat loss naturally. Click the link or stay tuned for the next video, because understanding these hidden sabotages is the key to finally reclaiming your energy, flattening your belly, and letting your metabolism work for you instead of against you.